They absolutely are.
Well, it's amazing. I'm going to skip this final break. It's a network break, so stations should carry it. Appreciate everybody. Let's try to get Mark, Wesley, Sue, and Lex on. Quick questions or comments. Mark in Florida, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. I've been working outside for the past 12 years with the lawn maintenance in Florida, West Central Florida. And I can speak through firsthand experience that literally it takes the grass's growing time has cut in half. Like, the grass is not growing. It doesn't matter if it rains all week. I've heard people talk about how you get joint pains when they're in the sky, and it's all true.
No, farmers all over are saying they've never seen vegetable gardens not grow. It's happening to our family with property in East Texas. Guys, you cover some of that in the film, don't you?
Well, we absolutely do, and we spent some time with Francis Mangles and Dane Wigginton. Francis, of course, is a retired biologist, and he's saying just that. He also does gardens for people, and gardens are struggling, in that area and as well around the country and around the world. Also, Dane made that statement similar to the gentleman about the grass. The grass is not growing. It's about half of the height of what it once was.
Well, all over Northern California, trees are just dying everywhere.
Literally everywhere. And Deborah Whitman of Environmental Voices has begun testing the trees that are dying. There is this white residue on the bark. And, of course, he's been finding very high amounts of, again...
And the bats are dying, and they're finding aluminum, and the bees are dying. I mean, this is sick. And meanwhile, the UN and Bill and Melinda Gates have over 45 bunkers, many of them hidden, North Pole, other places, bunkers hidden with armed guards guarding giant seed vaults. I tell you, G-Edward-Griffin, this looks like a Moonraker scenario to me.
Yeah, it's really weird. And that seed vault issue has often caused me to puzzle. Why do you suppose they're doing that? Are they really trying to guard the seeds? Do they expect that what they're doing may just wipe everything out and they'll have to start over again? Or are they guarding them to make sure that nobody else guards them? I don't know. It's your mind can run wild with things like this. There's so many unanswered questions.
No, I mean, after they wreck everything, that stuff's going to be the most valuable thing on the planet.
Yes, but they were going to sit on top of it and make sure that you and I don't get hold of it.
And they've got mega companies doing whatever they can, sometimes paying 100 times over the PE ratio for small heirloom seed companies.
Yes. Okay, there's our next business venture, everybody. Let's go form an heirloom seed company.
There you go.
We've got some great sponsors doing that. Yeah. Mark, great points. Let's talk to Wesley in Oklahoma.
Sir.
Hey.
Thank you. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to talk about, Mr. Griffin had said, how they ride along with the currents. And last Thursday, I was at school here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I went in at 9:30, and I saw up in the clouds that, there was X's of trails. And when I got out at 3, I noticed those trails had moved along with the wind, except they didn't move like clouds. And then, that goes to the point of how, it's the whole drift thing. But
hey, what about 2 years ago, the Major Meteorology Association, NOAA, came out and said there's now not 3 kinds of clouds. A new cloud in the last decade has appeared. So there's now new clouds, and you look at the classification, it's a chemtrail.
Yeah, and I text, 10 people. I try getting people to, look up and say, that's not a cloud. And I agree with Mr. Murphy. You can only be lied to for so long before you got to start reaching out to other people. And, with Mr. Griffin, he's talking about, the godlike people that, want to get rid of the human race. I found an article Friday night. If you Google, you can type in, "We can all change 1, 2, 3" with no spaces in it. And, that article should be a helpful article.
Yeah, we have BBC articles where it says, elite believe we will split into 2 species. It goes back to H.G. Wells, who was a big globalist, and yes, they're on complete megalomaniacal power trips. We're almost out of time. Quickly, Sue in Pennsylvania, you're on the air.
Yeah. Hi, Alex. Mr. Griffin, for taking my call. I'm just really interested in this, and considering with all the fluoride that we've been doused with, I've read a lot about it, and I've read that the fluoride ion has an affinity to bonding with aluminum that they're spraying us with.
Yes, Dr. Blaylock says the two excite each other and have a magnifying effect.
Right. And due to all the neurological diseases that have been increasing with the brain plaques like MS and, all the other diseases, I'm just saying, is this a possible that they're using these different avenues in collaboration with each other for their, original intent, which is, trying to kill us?
Well, it's certainly possible, and some of us might even think it's probable, but you can't go much further than that. I would love to see a study to show if these neurological diseases are at a higher rate in areas that are heavily fluoridated in the water supply.
We actually have those studies.
You do?
Yeah, in Canada and the U.S. and China, the IQ is upwards of 20 points lower, and there's massive increases in neurological disorders. We're out of time, Sue. By the way, I was wrong. There were 4 types of clouds. They've discovered a 5th type, and when you look at the news articles, it's chemtrails they're showing. Oh, look, there's a new cloud type, and it's chemtrails. I mean, watch old movies from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, or commercials. You never see chemtrails. Now in the TV ads, it's chemtrails. You can't go out and shoot most of the time without these being there. Folks, get the film. Get it out to everyone. Support filmmakers like G-Edward-Griffin and Mr. Murphy. Support us who are selling it and premiering it, shipping it out to folks. Please get What in the World Are They Spraying at Infowars.com. Show it to everyone you know. Gentlemen, good luck with your screening. I'm sure it'll sell out and a huge crowd out there in Atlanta on the 23rd of this month. God bless you.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Good luck.
God bless you.
Amazing. God bless you. Sorry we don't have time to get to the other callers.